Good evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I am Danielle's baby sister, Lauren.
Everybody knows you!
Well, for those of you who do know me, you should know I have not had anything to drink tonight.
Bullshit!
No, specifically for the speech. So once the speech is over, I would like a Captain and Coke at my chair and let the party begin. I first want to start off on behalf of the bride and groom by thanking everyone who is here tonight. It really means a lot to myself, my family, and the staff that each and every one of you chose to be here tonight to celebrate the beginning of Danielle and Dennis's married life together. Danielle, you look absolutely gorgeous tonight. I'm sure everyone can agree with me. You make a stunning bride. Dennis, you look stunning as well. They're rowdy. So before the wedding plans and that lavish engagement, there was the beginning of the relationship. And I don't mean Danielle and Dennis. I mean Dennis and I. When you date in Nicotra, you date the entire family.
Damn right!
I'm sure Brian and Jackie can attest to that. It took a very long time for me to warm up to Dennis. Let's call it a hazing process. I needed to make sure he was good enough for my sister and my family. And I needed to make sure he could handle a Nicotra girl. After a lot of sucking up on his end, he finally passed the test. It's truly amazing that when these two people came together, we did not just welcome Dennis into the family, but we also added another extended family who we love so dearly. Dennis, I do not view you as my sister's husband. You are my older brother. My brother I can go to for advice, help, or just to talk to. Thank you for not only fulfilling that role, but also for being my friend. We truly have a very open and honest relationship, and I wouldn't have it any other way. From the bottom of my heart, please take care of my sister and treasure every moment you have together. So Dennis, here is my toast just for you. May you never lie, steal, or cheat. If you should lie, lie in Danielle's arms every day for the rest of her life. If you should steal, steal her breath away any chance you get. And if you should cheat, I will kick your ass. Danielle, growing up, you always paved the way for me. Let's face it, you were the oldest, stubborn, headstrong girl, and Mom and Dad, you didn't stand a chance. Then precious little me came, and I was like Danielle's little puppet. We would make up dances, and I was always put in the back. We would play house, and I was always the boy, or the dog. It was always your rules and your way, and I went along with it because you were my older sister, and I looked up to you. I then learned how to have my own voice in this tough battle of being the second girl. If I couldn't lead, I had to learn how to beat the system. So I mastered the art of fake crying. I also learned how to throw myself down the stairs. And I also learned if you take your hand and cover it over your mouth and scream, your parents will think your sister's hurting you. And she would get in trouble. But also as sisters, we had to share everything. We shared our first phone line that became our phone. We shared clothes, toys, shoes, and toys. We had to share our brother, cousins, friends, and our parents. You were the only other woman in this entire world that shares half of my world. Then we got older and we lived separate lives. We had separate groups of friends, separate wardrobes, and separate identities. As the years grew, so did we. Things changed. We were no longer making up silly dances and cheerleading on the grass. We stopped having sleepovers in each other's rooms, and there was less time for sisters and more time for friends and boys. Excuse me, I'm parched. Over the years, jobs changed, apartments changed, boyfriends changed. With all the variables changing, one thing was always constant. The bond that held our family together, but most importantly, us. However, what no one knows of is the behind-the-scenes story of the life of sisters. For those of you who don't have one, you may never know exactly what I'm talking about. It's being able to look at each other and with one glance knowing exactly what the other is thinking. It's the secrets that mom and dad still will never know. The nights of sneaking around and covering up for one another. It's the triumphs and the failures that we have been together over the past 26 years. We may fight, we may disagree, and sometimes we may not speak. But to Danielle and Lauren, that's forever. That's the fine print that no one else is able to read. We're able to make up our own rules as we go and break them as we want. The best thing about having you was I always had a friend. I stood beside my sister tonight, and I watched her make the biggest commitment of her life. It was an amazing experience for me, because Danielle was always the first person to stand by my side and I needed her. I remember holding her hand when she was crying over a broken heart and over a loss of love. So it makes me so happy and proud to be standing here today, knowing that I'll never have to heal your broken heart. I'll never have to wipe away tears of sadness from your eyes, because from this day forward, you will be safe. You two have promised each other a lifetime of love, and I can say with full confidence that Dennis will never let you down. So everyone, please raise your glasses and help me toast my sister and her new husband. May they build a beautiful life together, welcome the pitter-patters of little feet, grow great together, and still be as much in love as they are right now. Congratulations, I love you both.